What's up, all? Real quick video on the Ford here, the Ford. So I had something kind of stupid happen, and it cost me a lot of money, but I'm glad I got it fixed, and I'm kind of hoping that this video might keep you guys from having to spend, you know, more money than you have to. So the other day I was driving home. It wasn't the other day, it was like 6 months ago. That's why I haven't had any truck videos up, because my truck's been down for 6 months. But I was driving home about 6 months ago from North Dakota to Oregon, and when I got to that first part of Oregon there, I think it was Ontario, we started having transmission issues, or so we thought. When you would hit the accelerator, it would lock up and start going, but as soon as you let off the accelerator, it would disengage the torque converter, and the RPMs would go up, and it was doing some funky shit. As you were driving, it would just, the transmission would lock and go, and we thought the torque converter was going out. I spent a little over $2,000, had some work done to this. New transmission, it's pretty much been bulletproofed for transmission wise now, which is great, so I'm not completely upset about it, because I know the transmission's good and solid. But what the problem actually was, and I apologize, my truck is dirty right now, I haven't had a chance to clean it, was, you can't turn a light on in here, can you? Oh shit. Anyways, up behind this brake pedal, I can't see, I'm sorry guys, should have been a little more prepared. Behind that brake pedal right there, there's a switch. And actually, hold on. We'll get this. I got a light over here. Anyways, there's a switch up in there. And that switch is the switch that tells your brake lights to go on and all that shit, right? And it was not telling, okay, so the switch went out, and when the switch went out, the transmission didn't know whether or not I was applying the brake or if I was idling or what. So it was being really funky. Now right up inside here, right there, that's the switch. 2 wires, okay? You can see it right there. Kind of hard to get to. There you go. Yeah, I know mine's gonna fucking monkey rig. Someone else did that. I have to fix it. Anyways, that switch went out. The reason for that switch going out, though, and causing the transmission to be stupid, believe it or not, is that third tail light right there. Now I took the tail light, that third tail light off, and I pulled out the bulb. The bulb was just completely destroyed. Like, it was all melted and nasty looking. But what it had done is it had blown and come together and created resistance against the electrical system, and it feeds straight down into that plug right there. It blew the plug out. When that plug went out, the transmission's computer couldn't decide whether or not the brake was on or if it was off, because it was getting no signal back. So it just kept releasing my torque converter every chance it got. It would turn the torque, it would disengage the torque converter unless I was giving it the accelerator. So it felt like a bad torque converter. So we replaced the whole shebang, all new stuff, and we still had the same problem. So we did some testing and figured out that it was that switch. We replaced the switch, and it worked great for about, 40 miles, 60 miles, and then it blew out again. So we tried to figure out why is that blowing out, and we checked our lights. That third light was the only one that wasn't working, and replaced the switch again. And I've driven 1,440 miles without a problem. Well, actually a little more than that, but from Oregon to North Dakota with it, and no problem. So unfortunately, it cost me a lot of money. Hopefully it won't cost you guys a lot of money if you have the same issue. But yeah, that was it. So there's the truck. She needs a bath, and need to clean the insides out when I get some time here. Get these fog lights working, because this weather over here is getting shitty. But hope it helps.